I'm Tanner Glenn. I'm here with Devon Packett of Devon Packett Personal Training. We're at Indy Fitness, owned by Chad and Julie Dunham. I just want to thank you guys for letting us use your facility for this interview. So Devon, he's a local to Independence, but you grew up in Elk City. So Devon is a U.S. Navy veteran. He's a personal trainer, as we've said, and we just wanted to get some time to talk to Devon and kind of help him get some exposure for his new business, and just kind of let you talk about some of the goals you have for yourself and for your clients. So Devon, what I want to start with is kind of, what was it like growing up here around Elk City? What kind of stuff did you do for fun, and then kind of what got you to the Navy, and then got you into personal training?
I appreciate you having me here. Thank you. Excellent question. So Elk City, Kansas is about 300 people in the town, so I didn't do a whole lot except get myself in trouble. I definitely wasn't cut of the same cloth as most of the people who were raised there their entire life. I moved there when I was 10 years old. Played video games. I was very introverted during that time. I was not into fitness at all. Did lots of sports and stuff, but I wasn't actively pursuing fitness. As far as the Navy goes, it's very tacky. I played SOCOM Navy SEAL, and I was like, okay, so I'm gonna go be a Navy SEAL now. I beat this game. I know everything I need to know. And I stuck with that, I went to a recruiter, we talked, they sent me up for processing. Due to hearing and vision problems, they weren't able to let me into SEALs, and then they offered me a position as a nuclear electronics technician. So I did that instead. Left in August of 2009, and I did that until December of 2020. Okay,
so yeah, like we were talking earlier before we started the interview, about 11 years you're in the Navy.
Right.
You did some instructing in the Navy.
I did, yes.
Or can you tell us anything about that, kind of how you enjoy doing that?
I would say that teaching people, both whenever I was on the ship and when I was in my instructing position, were some of the best times that I actually had. I loved student training. I loved seeing the aha moment for people. I liked seeing these students grow and go from not knowing anything about how to operate a nuclear reactor to me being able to just sit on the sidelines and watch them do it proficiently. That was huge for me.
So do you think liking instructing while you're in the Navy has anything to do with the reason you've become a personal trainer?
Yes, like hands down, no questions asked. I had this passion for teaching, and I started working out when I was in the Navy. That was about 10 years ago now. And I developed a very deep passion for that. I started for the wrong reasons, it was selfish, it was vain, but it definitely became more about my own well-being. And I wanted to take this passion for fitness and this passion for teaching and make it into a career. Personal training was the obvious answer.
So kind of what's led up to, so you started working out when you were in the Navy. You said it's for selfish reasons, but you kind of was like, this is some good stuff, making myself healthier. I'm sure lots of other benefits too. So what kind of led up to you wanting to be a personal trainer, and what's kind of your goals for yourself and your clients as this progresses?
So great question, thank you. The leading up to it was a bit of a curveball for me actually. I was using my GI Bill to go to school for electrical engineering because that was more in line with what I did when I was in the Navy. In one of the classes that I took, we had to do basically a career questionnaire, answer 50 questions, and then we'll spit out what we think that you should do with your life.
Okay.
So I got no results for electrical engineering or even anything technical. It was all in the service industry, like nursing, physical therapist, athletic trainer, stuff like that. And that was very eye-opening for me in that I had never considered it. And then I went further into it, and I was like, well, I like teaching, I like working out, athletic training, well, athletic training requires, a bachelor's. Personal training, after I dug into it a little bit, does not. So I just started leaning into that, and I ended up leaving my job, starting my personal training certifications, got certified, started training, and I have enjoyed it so incredibly much. I haven't looked back since.
Okay. So what kind of advice would you give to somebody who maybe isn't really familiar with the gym, maybe they haven't worked out a ton, they're looking to maybe get into the gym? What kind of advice would you give to somebody like that?
Show up. Just show up for yourself. Even if it is, a conversation with a personal trainer, even if it is 1 or 2 sessions. Hey, just show me the equipment. Show me how to do this right. I don't ever plan on keeping a client, for forever. I eventually want them to graduate from me. And if that's a week of training until like, hey, I'm gonna go try it on my own, or if that's, a year until I, reach this big goal that I have for myself, whatever it is. But I do always plan on a timeline. But the most important part is that the person who's interested shows up for themselves.
Right. Okay. And like I was recommended to you, I talked to somebody at the front here at Indy Fitness, and I said I kind of want to learn some basics. I've done some stuff before, but I don't really know a lot. And they said, well, hey, Devon Packett would be great. They said they had kind of mentored you a little bit, kind of showed you some stuff way back when, and they go, hey, he'd be a great guy to go to. So, and I have to say, I've been pleased with the experience. I don't think your prices are bad. I think you do a lot for your services. So maybe if you wanted to talk on that a little bit, kind of what your service is and stuff like that.
Sure, yeah. So the big service that I offer is, one-on-one personal training. It's $25 a session. If you buy in bulk, you get a discount, 20%. And that is me coaching you on form, how to, strengthen your body or how to lose weight. I'm not strong on nutrition yet, but I do offer general advice, and I'll at least send good resources for how to make better eating habits.
And one thing about you too is you don't have us do anything that you wouldn't try yourself.
Absolutely.
So
yes.
Yeah.
And that's that comes first with the exercise routines. There's not a routine that I'm going to do in y'all's routines. How many times have I said routine?
Yeah.
Without first doing it myself. One example of that being my high intensity interval training.
Right.
10 minutes of high intensity stuff, but I went through all of the exercises and did them a couple of times and made sure that they were, instructable and, able to be performed before I started doing them with you guys.
So to follow up on that, if people are interested in getting in the gym, they're interested in personal training, how is the best way for them to get a hold of you?
So I would say the best way would be my Facebook page, Devon Packett Personal Training. I have business cards out and about that have my phone number on them. They have my email. You can also email me at dpackettfitness@gmail.com. I'm in the gym a lot. If you see me, feel free to approach me. I'll have a conversation with you, and we can see what availability looks like.
Yep, awesome. And with that, I just want to say, again, thanks to Chad and Julie Dunham for letting us use their facility. They're both very nice people, and this is a pretty nice gym, really. I remember when I kind of took my tour of the gym, Chad said it was like an all-inclusive gym. Doesn't matter if you are, like a monster, basically, you've been in the gym for your whole life or you've never been before. People will be pretty chill, and 100% they are. So it's definitely a good place to come work out if you want to. Obviously, I recommend you. I think you get a lot of value for the price. You don't push you to do anything crazy. It's kind of like, hey, we're strength building, we're learning how to do it, and you get results. So that's a pretty cool deal. So with that, I just want to thank you again for doing this interview, for your years of service in the Navy, and maybe we'll catch you again here on another interview and do a follow-up.
I'm looking forward to it. Thank you, man.
All right, cool. Thank you.